Hi, Dawn McAlpine here, Coldwell Banker West, back with our market update. If nothing else, 2020 has been dynamic and we've been flexible and adapted when we've needed to. Now, in our 9th month of the coronavirus pandemic, we can be grateful for so many things and still looking forward to some semblance of our old normal. The real estate market has been on fire since about May. Property values continuing to appreciate, interest rates still holding close to 3%, and more buyers in the market determined to buy a home, while sellers sit tight, holding off on listing their homes, which has created historically low inventory. Each month, we review what's happened nationally and then close our update with local information. If you ever have any questions, please give me a call. I would love to have a conversation with you, talk about your real estate goals, and help to find a path to reaching those goals. Many potential buyers are on the real estate sidelines as well, waiting for the market to shift. They're stuck in fear mode, afraid of paying too much for their home and then having the market crash like it did in 2008. I know that's not you, because we've been looking at and talking with the experts to help us understand why our market is behaving the way it is and what we can safely forecast based on current supply and demand. Let's look at the Mortgage Bankers Association forecast for 2021. At its annual event, the Mortgage Bankers Association Chief Economist, Mike Fratantoni, forecast that mortgage rates could rise in the year to come. Looking at this slide, we see the prediction of interest rates averaging 3.3% for the year of 2021 and slowly increasing over the next couple of years. So if you are wanting to lock in with these crazy low rates, it's not in your best interest to play it safe and try to wait out the market. The past decade, demand for housing has gone up and inventory has steadily been decreasing. And that's going to be happening in the next foreseeable future. Prices are not expected to come down, but rather to continue to appreciate. Let's look at this next slide of projected home price appreciation. CoreLogic is projecting the least appreciation over the next 12 months, but they've been overly conservative since March, and their predictions have just not played out, especially locally here in San Diego County. Properties here have increased up to 27% in the last 12 months. On the same slide, Zillow, you see, is predicting the greatest appreciation at 7%, but the one that I really watch is Zelman. Their predictions have been most closely matched with what actually has happened nationally and allows us to forecast what's going to happen locally. Appreciation of 5.9% is more typical to the type of appreciation homeowners have enjoyed historically. Supply and demand is what drives our economy. According to the National Association of Realtors, the inventory of homes for sale in the last 12 months hit a peak in May, drastically shrank during our summer, and now continues at under 3 months inventory nationally. In San Diego County, we have been as low as 2 weeks in some communities. At this next slide, we're going to look at forbearances. There are some people in the media predicting an increase in foreclosures and a market adjustment down. That is highly unlikely, and here's why. As we've talked about in the past, most homeowners learned from the housing crisis in 2008 through 2012. And instead of using their home's equity as an ATM and spending that money on items that depreciated, or those who used an interest-only mortgage product that when they adjusted to need to pay principal and interest, their payments doubled and they just weren't able to make those payments. Homeowners now have a 10% or greater equity in their homes, with 42% of homeowners owning their homes outright with no mortgage. If families today found themselves in a situation where they were unable to make their mortgage payment, logic predicts that they would take advantage of today's strong real estate market and sell their homes. It would absolutely make no sense to lose equity and allow the bank to foreclose. It's just not going to happen. Which leads us to forbearances. Forbearance is a program that homeowners unable to make their payments can make arrangements with their bank ahead of time to stop making payments for now. The understanding is that in 6 months to a year, they begin making their regular payments and have a plan to repay those unpaid mortgage payments. It is 100% up to your lender or your mortgage holder to decide when and how that forbearance amount is paid back. In the early months of the pandemic, homeowners and lenders weren't sure what to expect. So many families initiated the forbearance program with their lenders, but never stopped making their payments. And they just put everything in place for just in case, which was smart. Looking at this next slide, forbearance is from May through October. We see that the number of homes in forbearance are decreasing. Unfortunately, there are always some families who, through some sort of hardship, find themselves in foreclosure or using a short sale to sell their homes. These families have little or no equity, and they unfortunately lose their homes. But because most homeowners are in such a strong equity position and property values continue to go up, they will likely sell their homes and avoid foreclosure. Like we've been talking about these last several months, this recession is not at all like the recession of 2008. The recession of 2008 was created by the banking and lending industry. They were selling bad products and homeowners found themselves in a bad situation. This recession, the housing industry is actually moving our economy and moving us towards a faster recovery. Locally speaking, San Diego County saw a median sales price at $648,000. That's up 12.2% in the last 12 months. Currently, there are only 1.5 months inventory. Remember, that means that if no other homes came on the market, every home for sale would be absorbed in a month and a half. We're talking 6 weeks. Remember that 6 months inventory is neutral. It's neither a buyer's market or a seller's market. And in San Diego County, that average is 1.5 months inventory. So low. There were 2,598 new listings, 2,193 went pending, and 2,148 closed sales. Homes in San Diego County spent an average of 7 days on market before going under contract. So it seems like things are going too quickly. It's not your imagination. In Del Cerro, Allied Gardens area, the median sales price was $743,250, and that was up 27.6% over the last 12 months. The last 30 days have seen 48 new listings come on the market, 41 go pending or under contract, and 44 closed sales. Homes in Del Cerro and Allied Gardens spent an average of 6 days on market. If you have any questions about the value of your home or your specific neighborhood, please give me a call. I'm happy to get that information out to you quickly. And if you're thinking about buying or selling or investing in real estate here in San Diego County, please give me a call. I'd love to have a conversation with you, talk to you about what your real estate goals are, and help you design a plan to reach those goals. If you found this information to be helpful, please like and subscribe, and then share this video with a friend who may also find it helpful. If you have any other questions or comments, agree or disagree, just leave those comments below. I personally respond to all of those, and who knows, your questions or comments may end up in our next video. Dawn McAlpine, Coldwell Banker West. Thanks for watching, and make it a great day.